Pope Francis has blessed an ambulance which he donated for service in Ukraine. Cardinal Konrad Krajewski from the Papal Charitable Office presented the ambulance on Saturday to the Holy Father. Afterwards, the cardinal set out to deliver it to the city of Lviv, where the ambulance will help to provide medical treatment for refugees. Well, there are signs of hope for at least a partial ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says his country is ready to declare neutrality and consider compromise on contested areas to secure peace. He adds only a face-to-face meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin could end the military conflict. Moscow wants Ukraine to drop its attempts to join NATO. The Kremlin also says a face-to-face meeting might happen if key elements of a peace deal are already in place. While China is warning the U.S. about economic sanctions against Russia.
并不是只有战争和制裁两种选择。
The message from Beijing is that China has no limits economic partnership with Russia. Thus, China objects to U.S. sanctions which interfere with its own economic interests. The U.S. has accused China of aiding Russia in its war against Ukraine and is seeking to impose restraints. Joining me now from Poland is Iwo Bender, manager of EWTN East Central Europe. Iwo, welcome back. Good to be with you. First off, I'd like to ask you, what's the situation like for the Ukrainian refugees in Poland right now? And also, how is the church supporting them?
Well, the number of refugees has topped 2 million. The flow is slightly smaller than in the previous weeks. It's not 100,000 people per day. It's probably 20, 30,000 people per day. So it is a tremendous challenge both to the Polish government and to all people of goodwill who are helping. And here we have to really stress the incredible range of activities that the Polish Church is involved in, from the church charity Caritas, who are setting up tents on the border for the refugees to just get orientated, to get a warm cup of coffee or tea, to providing housing. Parishes are basically inviting refugees to stay there. Just a little snapshot last night at Mass at St. Andrew Babola Church in Warsaw. The priest there informed us that they are about to start a kindergarten for Ukrainian children, which will be open within about a week. And they're expecting to have at least 40 children there taught in Ukrainian. So also what is important, I think, to mention is the great work that the Knights of Columbus are doing. The Knights of Columbus have been in Poland for now about a dozen years, and there are also some councils in Ukraine. So there's this direct line which enables them to make sure that the help reaches those who are truly in need.
Yeah, the outpouring of help certainly has been absolutely incredible there. Another thing I want to talk about is, President Joe Biden concluded his trip to Poland. Can you talk to us more about that trip and also how he was received there in Poland?
Well, it was a very important trip because, Poland is literally, we have a war on our doorstep. So when the Russians are shelling or rather launching missiles at Western Ukraine, the windows in border towns in Poland shake. And we are very concerned here about how this situation might develop. So the president's presence was extremely important because he reiterated the validity and the importance of Article 5 of NATO, which says that an attack on any member of the alliance will mean an attack on all of them, and will be met with response from the might of NATO. And here, the president was not mincing words, which was welcome, very welcome in Poland.
We have about a minute or so left, Ivo. I want to talk about something sort of on a different note. During a meeting with Pope Francis today, Archbishop Stanislaw Gadecki expressed his concerns about the German synodal way. What more can you tell us about that discussion and the concerns that were raised?
Well, very briefly, Archbishop Gondecki, I think it's worth mentioning, right at the beginning of the invasion, wrote a personal letter to Patriarch Cyril of the Russian Orthodox Church, in which he actually asked him to talk to Mr. Putin to stop this war. So this is definitely one of the subjects that was raised during the meeting with the pontiff. But yes, also Archbishop Gondecki mentioned that the synodal way in Germany is, in his view, damaging to the church. And he has also spoken then during an interview that the Pope seems to be having a certain distance towards this endeavor of the German Catholic Church, seeing it as a move towards Protestantization of the Catholic Church, which interestingly is not really welcomed by many Protestants in Germany.
Well, Ivo, we'll leave it right there. Thank you so much for weighing in on everything. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.